Thank you so much to both of you, to each of you. I think where this is really living inside of me at this time is thinking about how to activate these holidays in a way that are really fulfilling the values that they purport to have, right? So many of us just experienced Yom Kippur, and if we were in synagogue and potentially fasting, we read the prophetic reading or we heard the prophetic reading read, and it's Isaiah speaking for God, saying, "Is this the fast I desire?" No, this isn't what I want. What I want is for you to feed people who are hungry and make sure that people who need clothes have clothes and people who need safe and secure housing have that. So what would it look like if we actually lived into that? What would it look like for Yom Kippur to happen in synagogue parking lots and public spaces all across the country where there was food for anyone who wanted it and clothes for anyone who needed it and carpenters and electricians who were prepared to come to your house in the weeks after you signed up on the clipboard and fix the roof or fix the plumbing or fix the electricity? How can we actually embody the material benefit and the spiritual welfare of our community through our own practices and traditions? I grew up in a home where we couldn't see our closest neighbor, and yet on Passover, we're told to open the door and invite all who are hungry to come eat. But what happens if you make that invitation and no one hears it? Is it a real invitation? Is it just symbolic? Is it just performative? What would it look like if in the weeks leading up to Passover, we flyered all around the city and we worked with movement partners and worked with local organizations and partners who were in deep relationship with those who are hungry, both of body and spirit, and invited all to come and enjoy a Passover feast, a Passover Seder on city streets? What would it look like if on Tisha B'Av, families who were directly impacted by gun violence were inviting us to bring our weapons and melt them down and turn those weapons, turn that metal into trowels and shovels to plant gardens, to grow food, to be together, right? Not in place of um, legislative action, not in place of trying to get bills passed, not in place of the other kind of organizing, but because we know something else has to happen alongside that to get to where we're trying to go. This is what we're thinking of as prophetic Judaism, holding our tradition accountable to its deepest values and doing so with love at the center, as has been said, with community and the actual benefit of us, of actually embodying the world that we know is possible. So, with that, I want to close the conversational piece of this revolution and invite Shaul Magid to play some music for us, followed by Eben Leader to blow shofar for us, Rabbi Shaul Magid and Rabbi Eben Leader to close this revolution before we turn to the next revolution, emceed by Koach Baruch Frazier.